It's Up North Live News today on 7 and 4.
Now it's 6. Breaking overnight, workers at ports from Maine to Texas are on strike. Hear how it could affect your favorite products at the store. This morning, people in the Southeast are recovering following Helene. We have an update on how a Northern Michigan woman is doing after being caught in the storm. Plus, a new park is coming to Grand Traverse County featuring a playground and splash pad. We're previewing today's groundbreaking. Good Tuesday morning on this first day of October. Heather, we're taking a live look in Otsego County. Heads up for golf lovers.
Yeah, and you know, we talk about fall.
Yeah.
Golf starts to wind down outside.
Right,
but indoor golf is still a thing.
Yeah. Well,
so golf simulators are popping up, and there's one in Otsego County.
Yeah, we're taking you on a tour in a few minutes.
Yeah. I'm excited to hear more.
Oh,
I do love golf. I know you're not a big golfer, but
I could always learn a few things.
Yes, yes. We're waking up to a quiet start there in downtown Gaylord, but we are tracking some rain in the forecast. So you can see it's a dry, quiet start for now. 61 degrees with some clear skies. We're seeing that rain moving across the western upper peninsula and into the eastern UP. Some light isolated sprinkles right now if you're in Luce, Mackinac, or Chippewa counties. Seeing some of those sprinkles in on Beaver Island too. We are tracking that rain today, and then also some fog right now. If you're in Oscoda and West Branch, we're down to 0.3 of a mile in visibility. 8 miles in Alpena, Gaylord, Grayling, 6 in Houghton Lake, and about 2 and 3 over in Big Rapids. We are expecting some early rain, so if you're getting the kids ready for the bus stop, it'll be 52 to 62 degrees with rain showers west. Now, by the time the kiddos are heading home, if you're east, you'll need that umbrella because we are expecting more of that rain east by the afternoon. 57 to around 62 degrees. We are tracking that rain today. We'll show you how much we're expecting and the timing of all of that coming up in a few minutes.
We're starting with breaking news from overnight. Thousands of port workers from Boston to Houston are now on strike. You're taking a live look at workers striking in Miami. This could be the most disruptive strike the U.S. has experienced in more than 4 decades. Members of the International Longshoresmen Association walked off the job just a few hours ago. Among their ultimatums, higher pay and the continuation of its current ban on fully automated equipment. This move will cripple the transfer of a wide variety of goods from bananas to beer at cargo ports along the entire East and Gulf coasts. The Anderson Economic Group estimates a 1-week strike could cost the U.S. economy more than $2 billion. Depending on the length of the strike, you could see higher prices from retailers nationwide. The United States Maritime Alliance, which represents the port workers, claims the union will not negotiate in good faith despite offering wage hikes.
The devastation was beyond belief. And even when you prepare for something like this is something that's never happened before in Western North Carolina.
Officials in North Carolina say more help is on the way, but the damage from Helene is significant. The death toll in the state has risen to at least 33. Authorities say it's likely to go up. More than 300 roads are flooded, leaving some communities completely cut off. Local, state, and federal officials are working to get commodities to the area, especially in Asheville. Not far from Asheville is a small mountain town heavily affected by Helene. Boone, North Carolina is home of Appalachian State University. That's where many students and staff are working to find out how to recover. Up North Live's Cody Bear has strong connections to this area and spoke with people there.
We're not talking about like a small little storm. This is widespread. It's through many towns, and some of them are still blocked off.
Hurricane Helene, a Category 4 at landfall, ripped through many U.S. cities and towns. It was a storm that many residents in western North Carolina said they didn't see coming.
You're in the mountains, you don't really expect this to happen. But then this comes through and wipes everything out, and nobody's ready to rebuild.
The hurricane caused damage described as unimaginable to the mountain towns hit by it.
What I've seen around the town of Boone itself was just a lot of destruction overall of the entire town.
But for those people affected, the damage alone wasn't top of mind.
All the damage and everything, that's one thing, but to hear the stories of missing people, that's the difficult part.
One student from Appalachian State University was stranded in his car for hours.
I was trapped from 8 a.m. to almost 5 o'clock at night on the Blue Ridge Parkway because 2 big trees were just blocking both my exit and the entrance.
and emergency responders were filled with calls and emergencies, unable to help everyone.
And 911 was like, we can't get to you. And once I heard that kind of really was when panic started setting in, because I was like, 911 is the emergency number. And if they can't help me, then I kind of knew I was in a tough predicament.
Now Boone and surrounding towns look to rebuild.
People are bouncing back.
In this emergency situation, it's all hands on deck.
It's everybody, the churches and the different organizations around the area that are trying to pitch in. And at the same time, while the community is helping each other, it's so nice to see people from outside our area be able to say, hey, those people need help.
Boone residents say that comes with optimism for their town.
Boone just never gives up. You know, there's a hashtag going around called Boone Strong, and I definitely believe in that statement 100%.
Reporting for Up North Live News, Cody Bear.
Classes have been canceled at Appalachian State University for the rest of this week. When they'll return is not known right now. Professors and admins say what's more important now is making sure everybody is safe and accounted for. We have an update to a story we shared with you last night. Traverse City resident Mary Dew, who was visiting Asheville, is safe. This comes after her loved ones had not heard from her since Friday. The KLT radio station shared a Facebook video of the Northern Michigan radio host saying Mary is alive and well. Mary says she has food and water, but no cell service. She was staying at a cottage in the mountains east of Asheville. She said the road to get out of the area is completely gone, but is hoping to leave soon. While Mary's loved ones now know that she's okay, they also know hundreds of people across the country do not have that same peace of mind.
Thinking it and worrying about it isn't going to do you any good. Be positive that as soon as power and communications are restored, you'll hear from your loved one, just like we are.
Down power lines resulting in widespread communications outages across North Carolina. The number of people missing or unaccounted for is unknown. That number reportedly could be upward of 600. We're passing along a traffic alert from Mackinac County. Starting today, traffic will be reconfigured on the US 2 bridge over I-75 in St. Ignace. It's for an MDOT rebuilding project. You should expect one lane open in each direction of the bridge. The eastbound US 2 ramp to northbound 75 will be closed and detoured via the westbound US 2 ramp to northbound 75. This configuration is expected to be in place for about 2 weeks. The Arrive Alive Tour is visiting Mansalona High School today in Antrim County. It's the nation's leading drunk and distracted driving awareness event. It's happening from 8:20 a.m. until 2:20 p.m. It features a virtual reality impaired driving and texting simulator. People can safely experience the life-threatening effects of distracted, drunk, and drugged driving. The program is also the first in the nation to offer a marijuana driving simulation. The Arrive Alive team's mission is to promote safe driving habits that will last a lifetime. Today, you're invited to a groundbreaking for the new Brownson Memorial Park in Grand Traverse County. It's happening this morning at 10:30 at the Kingsley Branch Library. The new park features a playground, splash pad, fitness loop, and more. A short ceremony in the park will be followed by a reception in the Village of Kingsley Community Room. The event is free and open to everyone. Now we're taking you live to New York City. That's where the only scheduled debate between the vice presidential nominees is set for tonight. The matchup between Democratic Governor Tim Walz and Republican Senator J.D. Vance is scheduled for 90 minutes. According to CBS, which is hosting the debate, the candidates' microphones will not be muted, unlike the presidential debates. There will be no opening statements and no studio audience. The candidates will have 2 minutes to answer each question. The other candidate will have 2 minutes to respond. 1 minute will be allowed for additional rebuttals. You can watch the debate tonight at 9 right here on Up North Live TV 7 and 4. After the vice presidential debate, J.D. Vance will be making campaign visits to Michigan tomorrow. It's just one of many happening this week. Vance will speak at a manufacturing company in downstate Auburn Hills. He'll then travel to Ottawa County to speak at Berlin Raceway and Entertainment Complex. Then on Thursday, former President Trump will be holding a rally at Saginaw Valley State University. Both Republicans are set to address inflation and the economy. Vice President Harris will be in Flint on Friday. We'll have full coverage here on air and online. A reminder, for the latest news, weather, and sports, go to our website, upnorthlive.com.
Good morning, I'm Madison Sauer, and I'll be telling you about a brand new golf simulation experience right here in Gaylord coming up next.
And we're waking up to areas of patchy fog with some light rain showers, especially if you are in the eastern upper peninsulas where we're seeing some sprinkles this morning. But if you're traveling out of Traverse City, Cherry Capital Airport, we're not seeing that rain just yet. So some clouds around 65 degrees and no delays. We're seeing more cloud cover over in Detroit and no delays in Chicago, Minneapolis, or Grand Rapids. But we are tracking that much needed rain today. We'll show you how much coming up next.